Hey guys, how you going? So I'm gonna do a video today on Bitcoin and what's happened. And basically I'm looking at this weekly chart. Each candle is 1 week, weekly chart structure, and this is what I'm seeing. So it's going up. But first, let's have a look at what happened, right? Let's have a look why did we have this crash here? And we went down from the top. We went down around 40%. So let's quickly have a look. So first of all, we had this all-time high back in April, and we broke it. We broke it over here, but we couldn't sustain it, right? We couldn't sustain it. And what this turned out to be is the distribution area here, where whales probably distributed the Bitcoin and crashed it, right? And crashed it. So what you can see here is that this area was key here. So we got up, we got to all-time high here, we distributed, and then what happened was we actually faked out. We went to a high over here, which was a really clever thing to manufacture by by some whales. And then we set a lower high, and then we set a lower low, which already should kind of scare you, right? You're downtrading on the daily. But the most key thing here is this green box area here, which was basically once we got below this box, we rejected 1 time, 2 time, and look how many weeks here. There's 3 weeks here just at this time. And actually, when I was looking at this, I was looking at it on 4-hour and 1 hour time frames, and you can see it's just getting rejected here, and then it's even weaker. You can see the RSI is weakening, getting weaker. And I became pretty, pretty aware, and I thought, hey, this can actually crash. And I've set a really low order on what I thought was a really low order on Matic. Right, so we're back. Yeah, sorry, I got interrupted a little bit. Anyway, so what we have had here is all these multiple rejections, and that's why we dumped here, and we're downtrending on a daily, right? Downtrend. We got a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, multiple rejections, and then we dumped basically. So this was. Also, there's people on Twitter that was doing the analysis, and there was too many longs open. There was too many people over leveraged long. There's too many people excited about reaching all-time high, and they were thinking we're gonna go to 100K. Everybody on Twitter was, so bullish, and that's why it happened, right? That's why when everybody is on the one side of the boat, what happens? The boat flips, and the boat flipped, and that we flushed out all the over leverage long. And yeah, as I was saying, I did trade on Matic, and because Matic looked so bullish, right? It was bullish. They have some news. It's already back up to the highs previous crash, and maybe it's gonna test all-time highs and break it before 9th of December, because 9th of December is the some sort of announcement they have. They have Vitalik there. They have lots of people in some sort of a conference, and maybe it's gonna be sell the news, because it's pumping pretty hard right now, unless the news is very significant. And yeah. So anyways, Matic, I set an order on Matic. This was the dump here. I set an order on Matic where the RSI was going to get oversold over here, and look how much. There was 15% below, so I didn't think we were going to have this massive drop. And then I scaled in some more, and then I sold on the first bounce basically. And then I was going to rebuy more over here, but we didn't drop much, so I'm all out of Matic. I missed out on I missed out on this drop here. I would have been a bit. Yeah, I had orders just below here basically. I pulled some orders. There was an order here, but I pulled it and put it lower. And anyway, I missed out this move, but that's alright. I made really good money on the first bounce, which is all good. Plus, I have some matic for long term. Anyway, that's my trade on this drop. Let's go back to Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin. So yeah, let me show you the why did we dump, right? So Binance, this is basically showing us Binance BTC futures open interest, and you can see in green here the number of open futures. So basically, it's people who are trading on leverage, and most of those people, they don't know what they're doing. So and you can see here we reached all-time high. This is Binance, and most people, Binance is the biggest exchange, it's the most noob friendly. So most of the people that don't know how to trade over leverage here, and they YOLO, whatever, they think they're gonna hit it one time and become rich, but most of the time they get wiped out like they did now. And you can see on liquidations, look, since 9th of September we didn't have that much liquidations, and look, we have a huge one over here, which was this dump. And that's 2 billion. You can see 2 billion long liquidations, and that means yeah, that's a huge reset, and that's what's shown here, right? That's what's shown here. Look, it went from 6 billion, it went to 3 billion over here. So that's just the open interest, right? The open interest went down a lot, right? Like 3 billion or something like that. So that's really good, because now we've reset all the people that are too overeager, too risky, and now we can keep going up. And you can see when everybody is on the same side of the boat, everybody is leveraged long, there's a huge bounty to be collected by the whales to basically liquidate everyone. And when everyone gets liquidated, it's basically forced selling, and they are basically forced to sell all their positions, and then the whales can just buy it up the bottom. That's how it works, right? That's what the market does. And when we collapse here, there was heaps and heaps of liquidations here. So since then we had a nice, so we had a 40% total drop, which is huge. 40%. Every time you drop 40%, if you buy every 40%, then you're gonna be a rich man, right? And we already bounced 20% on Bitcoin, right? That's a huge bounce. It's a huge bounce already. So yeah, so that's what I'm looking at. But let's go back to weekly chart here. Let's go back to weekly chart. And another thing you can see here, at all-time high, we got overbought on the weekly again. So I was a bit careful. When, especially, and all the media, all the social media people were just going nuts. Like nobody was talking about bearish cases at all. So anyway, so this one got rejected, and that's why we collapsed here. Now let's go back to weekly here. So weekly, so this is what I'm looking at now. I'm thinking this is the weekly market structure, and this video might be a bit longer today, so I'm not gonna make it like 15 minutes, because I want to cover. Maybe it will be short. Let's see. Anyway, so I'm looking at this market structure here. That's the most important thing. So the most likely scenario is us just doing something like this, something inside here, and maybe we're gonna break out by August of next year out of it. I'm bullish. I'm still bullish. And now if this market structure is correct, we will be in it for a while. But there's trades to be had, even if you're a trader. There's trades to be had even inside this range, because this range is 50% from top to bottom. It's going to get a bit tighter, but it's going to take a while. It's what, 168 days. We can stay here for the next 6 months in this range. So yeah, so the other thing, so must hold weekly support, right? Must hold weekly support. So this is basically since the big dump back in May, we started to have an uptrend on the weekly, and right now we must hold for me, for this market structure not to be broken, we must hold this weekly support. If we break this weekly support, it means we're also going below this trend line, and then you know, all bets are off, and we're likely in a very long bear market from then onwards, unless, you know, it could be a fake out, it could just fake out, but if we break below 40k, then yeah, I'm gonna sell. You know, I'm gonna sell some of my positions. I'm still gonna hold the Ethereum. Ethereum looks much better than Bitcoin actually, but we'll go over that later. So yeah, it could be a bear market happening if we break below this 40k. So this is a must hold for me. This is must hold level. Yes, so number 3, likely no breakout till July 2022. You know, June, July, around here, we might start getting tighter and we might start getting breakout. But you know, this is uptrending structure, right? This is you could say it's like a rising wedge, but you know, and people say that the most likely scenario of a rising wedge is bear breaks, but not in a bullish market. In a bullish market, rising wedges do break upwards, and Bitcoin has done it many times. So I'm still bullish here, but as I say, this is the key area to hold, right? Key area to hold. So yeah, next thing is this gonna be our monthly high or low? That's the other really interesting thing, is that this could be our monthly high or low. Look, this is the huge pump. We got the high, we got the monthly high or low, high, and is this going to be our monthly high or low? If this is our monthly high or low, this would be really good, right? This would be really good. Monthly high or low with a question mark, because we don't know yet, right? We don't know. There's still 25 days left in this month, so if we come down and go lower, it will be problematic. So if this is our monthly high or low, and I'm just gonna put it on a log scale here. You know, when did we have, you know, we haven't had that many monthly high or lows on Bitcoin, right? We didn't have that many. Like when did we have, like, this was a bull flag. Over here we had a monthly high or low, and look what happened after that. Look what happened after that. After that we went up 3,300% from about what's this level, about 600 to 20,000. So I can't see monthly high lows anywhere else, right? Like a clear monthly high low. So monthly high, if this monthly high low holds, are we gonna go you know, 200k, whatever? We just need to break out this area here. This area is the resistance right now for us. So 70k. So yeah. Next point. So next point, we got daily structure, RSI structure, horizontal RS, and 50k confluence. So let's go on the daily chart here and have a look at, zoom in a little bit and have a look what's happening here. So on the RSI, I have drawn a trend line here, and it's kind of like a falling wedge here. So this is good. Falling wedges usually break upwards, and basically this the breakout over here on this falling wedge is going to coincide. It might coincide with the breakout of this horizontal box, right? They can break out at the same time, which is a confluence, and that would be a bullish scenario, bullish thing. That means this is most likely a weekly high or low, and we will be uptrending. We're much more likely to send an uptrend on the daily, because this area is key for me here. This area is key for me here just because of this structure here. It's a confluence area, right? This resistance support kind of area, you can see it was important in a few places. Once we broke up above it, we stayed above it, and then we broke below it here with a very high volume on this drop a few days ago. And the other confluence here is what else we got? We got the daily structure, which is also a parallel channel over here. It's like a parallel channel here. If we break out of the 50, we break out of the RSI, we're gonna break out of this downtrending channel as well, I'm guessing. So that would be more points for the bulls, right? We need to break out, but it's not gonna be easy. Maybe we're just gonna reject it, right? So you gotta consider both sides. You gotta consider both sides. So now I'm gonna put on some fibs here, and we're gonna have a look at why did we bounce over here. So let me take off this. I will take off this horizontal channel. So you can see here there's this back to weekly chart. So we're here. We got a trend line here, which was a resistance, and we broke it on this massive bull move, right, to all-time high. We broke it, and now we came back to retest it. You can see here it wicked below it, but it couldn't hold it. It couldn't, you know, that was the bottom, the liquidation, the climax bottom, and now we bounced back above it. And the key thing here also you can see is that it is a Fibonacci level, Fib level 0618-065, which is from the bottom here up to the all-time high. And it's basically it's on the monthly time frame, so from the bottom to the top. And now we've consolidated into this golden pocket here. It's called 0618-065. It's usually called a golden pocket in the technical analysis, and it has things usually bounce there. So, and we did wick to it, and now we're bouncing above it. So this is a good confluence area to bounce from. This is why we're bouncing from here. We got this trend line again retested, and we got the Fibonacci level here. We also we got support over here on weekly high low support. So there's a lot of things here that that's why we didn't go lower. Plus we were like super oversold. We were oversold on the daily. We were oversold on the daily. Here we were oversold on all time frames. Basically, I think the lower time frames went into like below 10 possibly on this liquidation cascade. So yeah, so that's what happened, and that's why this level we must hold now, because you know this whole area is very important now to hold. And uptrend now, we need an uptrend. We need to start an uptrend on the daily. That's the first and foremost thing. We need to break out of this area, as I said. So that's what bulls need. Bulls need basically to hold, to break through this lower 50k, like 53k. We need to break out of this trend line. We need to break out of the yeah. So I've covered the monthly fibs here, 0618. Now weekly 21 EMA. So weekly 21 EMA is the problematic one. This is what is gonna make some people bearish. Why? Because I'm gonna take off a bunch of these things. This purple line here is the weekly 21 EMA, and this might make some people bearish because weekly 21 EMA has been shown that every time we are below weekly 21 EMA on Bitcoin, we have been bearish, and every time we're above Bitcoin on 21 EMA, we have been bullish. So here, from the beginning of this chart, which is Bitfinex, it's not, there's more here, but it's from 2013 when we had a crazy pump from the Winklevi twins. They're the ones who were part of causing this spike. Anyway, so when we went below the 21 EMA and we started closing below it, that's when we had the bear market here. And then look, now we started closing above it. We're holding it, weekly 21 EMA. This is the bull market here. Bull market, look, boom, 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 boom. Bull market, we retested here, bull market, boom, we went to 20k, we went below it, we kind of went above it, then we couldn't hold it, and then boom, bear market, boom, we dropped from 20k to 3k almost. And now again we started holding it, we're holding it, we're bullish, we're below it, we're bearish again. There was a muck around over here, I guess, and now again on this bull market we basically held it all through here. Look how long we held it from. This is on weekly, right? 154 days, so that's like 6 months, almost 6 months. We held it and then boom, we had the bull market here. And now we broke below it. We closed here a bunch of times. We broke above it again. We held it here. And now we closed below it. So the bulls, the optimal thing for the bulls now is to quickly recover and start closing above it. Because if we're closing below this 21 EMA, historically it's not a good sign, right? It's a bad sign. And a lot of people will be, a lot of technical analysts will be looking at this and saying, look, we're bearish until we're back above it. And it comes at around 52k as well. So this 52k area is important for me. This is going back to this point number 5, and maybe actually I'm gonna expand on that, plus 50, 52k and weekly 21 EMA. So there's a lot of confluence here that the bulls need to break through to feel bullish. So this is a key area here. Now, so anyway, yeah, I mean that's what we got to look at now. Just to make it easy, you can make this parallel channel and rectangle. We're most likely to reject from here. We're already having a little bit of a trouble on at least on the first go, right? We're likely to reject here. If we do break up above it, or we're gonna reject here, then we're gonna set a higher low. This would be amazing if we did something like this, right? We come up, we reject here. Maybe draw it a bit differently. Reject here. If we do come down here, I mean, this would be an amazing place to buy with very, very low risk, because you just put a stop over here, and then you got a huge opportunity that we're gonna start uptrending, especially because the RSI is gonna come down also. The RSI is also gonna come down and get back to oversold levels. So yeah, that would be an amazing opportunity to buy here, and that's why I think it's most likely not gonna happen, because the market is not gonna give you easy trades to do this. So maybe it's gonna come down a bit less, somewhere to 47k, and then start uptrending, or if it comes down there. Anyway, this is the optimal for me, right? But it doesn't have to go straight up, right? It doesn't. Once it breaks through here, it can do this. It can stuff around in this big weekly structure. It can uptrend, and then get to 65, 70k. There's a lot of resistance there as well. So, but it's that will happen later. Right now we need to get back above 21 EMA. Right, so that's my thoughts on Bitcoin. Now if we look at weekly, right, look at Ethereum. Let's have a look at Ethereum, because Ethereum looks much stronger than Bitcoin. Have a look at the weekly chart of Ethereum, right? Look at you can see straight away it's maintaining the weekly 21 EMA here. It just wicked there, and you can see from the top it also dropped only 28% when Bitcoin went down 40%. So Ethereum is doing way better, and it looks way better than Bitcoin. It looks way stronger. So yeah, if you want to choose which one to buy on a dip, when it dips, Ethereum is much better. And I've been Ethereum bull forever, basically, since I've heard of Ethereum back when it went from $5 to $10. I think that's when I bought in some of it. But anyway, so yeah, Ethereum looks much better. And what is Ethereum? Ethereum is a smart contracts platform. And what I want to show you now is that we need to look at let's have a look over here first, right? Let's have a look. I'm not sure if you can see it well, but I got weekly chart here for all these 6 charts here, and I basically put down some of the more famous coins here. So Bitcoin is up to the top left here. Top left is Bitcoin, and then I've got Litecoin, I got Bitcoin Cash here, I got ADA, I've got Dogecoin, I've got Rune. I've got Rune here because I'm just interested in Rune. I do want to buy some, but I don't know when I'm gonna do that. So you can see here that all of these coins are worse than Bitcoin, kind of thing. You can see that Bitcoin has corrected and still kind of weekly uptrend. You can see LTC actually broke the weekly uptrend. It went to a lower low here. You can see that Dogecoin down the bottom middle here also went down and broke a very important structure here. This is like really bad for Dogecoin, to be honest with you. I got some Dogecoin, but yeah, it's not good. It's not looking good. It's lost a lot. So Rune also wicked to lower low. So all this Bitcoin Cash also went to lower low. So these coins here are getting kind of flushed out. I don't know. We can pick any other coin like Dash. Look at Dash. Dash went also to a lower low here. EOS went to lower low. You can see ETC on the. I'm changing the top right chart here. Top right. If you don't know where I'm looking. You know, all these coins look pretty bad. Pretty bad compared to Bitcoin. But if we look at smart contracts platforms, they look much better. So this chart here, boom, I got the Bitcoin here on the top left, and smart contracts platforms everywhere else. So Sol, look at Sol. It's just it's still uptrending. It went up a lot from $20 here to $200. You got Matic. Matic is looking really good. That's the Ethereum smart contract scaling solution platform. You got Ethereum itself over here looking much better than Bitcoin. You know, you've got Binance Coin, which is also it's got many uses, right? Binance got the Binance Exchange use, which is the fees that it pays, and also it's a smart contracts. It's got the Binance Smart Chain also, so it's looking good. And then you got Luna also is looking good. So all these smart contract platforms are looking much better than just your normal coins that have been existed around. So maybe it's kind of flushing out the old and the things that are useless, that are not so, that's been around for ages maybe. finally they're gonna get flushed out. But anyway, so yeah. But at the same time, you know, Solana, Luna, you know, you also got Ava USDT. Your Ava USDT, also smart contracts platform is looking good, but they're all kind of new platforms. They haven't been around for too long, so they haven't been through a bear market yet. So we'll see what that will happen. Luna as well. So these are all smart contracts. Actually, that's what I wanted to show you. So we've got okay. So the other thing before I go there, I want to show you let's go back to Bitcoin here and tether supply indicator. I've got an indicator here, the tether supply, and you can see the tether supply is just going up and up and up, and that's another thing that's positive for the bull. That's why I'm still bullish, because tether actually went up here like a nice little leg up, 2 billion. It went up 2 point something billion on this drop here. So you can see, so that means whales are buying, right? The only time tether went down was in this area here, which was a massive drop, and lots of people thought that Bitcoin was dead, crypto was dead, the market went down here. But since then it's been going up and up and up, and the price has been going up. So it's kind of like a tether is a good indicator, and it's going up in this case, and that's a good sign for the bulls. I'm not going to discuss about all the tether, you know, is it a scam, is it I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in that. There's other people that know more than me that can talk about it and share their opinion. You know, on Reddit there was a post that they've been created like a 1 billion tether out of thin air, and they're stating it as a fact. Like, how do they know this? You know, it's like that's a ridiculous statement to make. Anyway, tether is a risk, but all right. Okay, so what I wanted to show you is, so I've been saying that, you know, the smart contracts platforms are much more bullish than, you know, your average coins. And you can see here, I can show you a page here, and this is basically shows you DeFi users over time. DeFi basically means decentralized finance, which is smart contracts platforms, and DeFi users is just in a massive bull run, right? There's total DeFi users over time. It's just up and up and up. You got Uniswap, which is the biggest exchange, decentralized exchange, just up and up. Compound users is just going up, you know. 1inch users up, SushiSwap users up, Balancer up. There's Kyber up, MakerDAO, you know, Aave, DYDX, Curve, you know, everything. All these platforms, DeFi platforms, are going up in users, and basically it's a bull market. It's the adoption. This is the adoption, right? This is adoption, and it's just crazy. It's going up. The other thing I wanted to show you is total value locked in all chains. So this is for DeFi, decentralized finance chains. So Ethereum is number one, right? Ethereum is the biggest. It's been around the longest. It's got $170 billion worth of crypto locked inside of its decentralized finance, 170. So and then we got the rest, which is BNB, Binance Smart Chain. We got Terra Luna, we got Solana, we got Avalanche, we got Tron. Actually, let's have a quick look. What does the Tron chart looks like? Tron. Yeah, so Tron's not that good, you know. It's got a weekly low. So, you know, I'm not a big Tron bull, but they got only 5 protocols. So yeah, it's just some scam. It's, you know, just in Sun. You got Polygon here, and you got Matic, Arbitrum, and you got a bunch of others. You got a lot here, but you're coming down here. There's 42 million locked in compared to billions at the top, right? There's billions here, 2 billion. Number 17 is the one that goes to million, and everything above that is billions. The other thing, I'm really bullish on Matic, Matic Polygon, and look, the good thing about Matic is got 126 protocols running on it, which is basically number 3. So Binance Smart Chain got more than that. Terra Luna is number 3 in the TVL, but they only got 10 protocols. So Solana got 39, Avalanche got 82. Another interesting one is the Phantom that got 83, and Arbitrum. Arbitrum uses Ethereum. It doesn't have its own token. All these ones have their own tokens, but Arbitrum does not have their own tokens. So you're using Ethereum on there, and I've used most of them. Obviously I used Ethereum. I've used Binance Smart Chain. I'm using Terra Luna right now. I never used Solana. I was gonna use it, but then it had the massive breakdown the other day. I haven't used Avalanche. I've used Tron. I'm using Matic all the time, basically. I haven't used FTM. I used Arbitrum as well. So, yeah. So, what else I was going to show you? I was going to show you what's happening in the finance world, and this is basically showing you a chart of all the balance sheet of the Federal Reserve, the U.S. Federal Reserve Bank. And basically you can see here, this is the 2008 crisis. When they started QE, boom, they printed heaps and heaps of money here. And then basically this one is the COVID crash. And look at, since the COVID crash, they just printed from 4 to 7 million. So they printed $7 trillion. And then it's just been steady going up. They've been steadily printing and printing money to buy assets, and that's why all the assets are going up in the world, because they keep printing. Now they started talking about this tapering and slowing down, and that's why the market is crashing a little bit. If you look at the S&P 500, you know, it had a bit of a crash here, so it's going back up now. And that's why that's why Bitcoin also went down as well, because of S&P 500, because it's a risk-on asset. So I think that's pretty much all that I wanted to talk about. The key thing that I'm watching is this area here. You got multiple confluence here. We are most likely to reject here on the first try at least. Maybe we'll set a high low. And yeah. All right, if you got any questions, just let me know. Let me know. How long has it been? It's been 40 minutes almost. So yeah, back to weekly. Yeah, I've covered pretty much everything.